It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see a pair of teams who shared the city of Dallas in the early 60s. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next on Madden NFL 25.
It is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now three-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to three-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 74 yards. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, where he finished as a runner-up in the MVP chase after throwing for over 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions for the first time in a few years. An integral part of the Cowboys' run to the playoffs. He's hoping to take it a step further here in 2024.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Draw play, Elliott. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They'll try to throw down. Prescott. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Inside give to Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Ezekiel Elliott set to go to work once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Prescott from the gun. Under pressure, they got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure coming, and they got him once again.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And he's going to go down again.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Here comes third down and 7. Again, it's Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Pacheco.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.